When I first started this channel, I remember being excited to share about what I've learned and what I'm currently working on for this channel to my loved ones. I will ask them to choose which thumbnail looks the best, what I should talk about in my next video, what I'm currently struggling on. Every now and then, I would also say things like, I hope that one day I can do this for a living, or I hope my channel succeeds. However, somewhere along the line, something changed and I found myself questioning my dream. I started to doubt myself. I became afraid of wasting my time on something that don't yield any result. I asked myself if I'm just being delusional in thinking that I could be different and succeed in a dream that so many others have failed. And that's when I realized that I've been doing something that's making me feel this negativity, holding me back from what I'm initially chasing. I've been sharing too much about my dream. After spending so much time working on your goals and dreams, we would naturally want to talk about it because that's all that we have been thinking about. That rise in dopamine when we share and talk about our goals and dreams to our loved ones makes us want to share more about it. However, the more time I poured into my YouTube channel and the more I talked about it to my loved ones, the more I start to notice that slight shift in their gaze and their occasional attempts on changing the subject. I could clearly tell from their facial expression and body language that they don't believe in me or simply have no interest. It's not wrong for them to not have any interest in what you're talking about. After all, we all have our own favorite topics to talk about, but what we inevitably inflict upon ourselves that's bringing us further away from our goals and dreams are negativity. Not just any kind of negativity, but negativity from our loved ones. It's different when we feel negativity from others as compared to our loved ones. After all, our loved ones are people that should be the closest to us and at the same time, our pillar of support. However, by constantly talking about our goals and dreams, we are inviting unwanted negativity from them, whether they mean it or not. You could be feeling especially burnt out after working on your goals all night, but that occasional judgment from your loved one that you usually ignore could be that breaking point for you to give up right at that moment. Our families also have certain expectations, whether it be due to racial or cultural influences. If your goals and dreams are not aligned with their expectations, they will try their best to steer you off your path. If your goals are especially big, your family might want to bring you back down to earth and tell you how unrealistic your dreams are. Although it comes from a place of good intention, ain't goals supposed to be big? Your dreams are meant to be huge and probably even scary to think about. If your dreams don't scare you, it's probably not worth chasing after all. With that said, why would you want to subject yourself to all this unnecessary negativity? On the flip side, if you're fortunate enough to have supportive people around you, it doesn't mean that you'll all be good. The more support you get, the more pressure you feel. You start to fear letting them down if you fail and becoming that guy that is all talk and no substance. I remember back in school, I have a solo guitar performance on stage where I can invite my families and friends to watch me. Yes, I am grateful that they were there to support me. However, I inevitably shot myself in the foot by giving myself an unbelievable amount of pressure and stress by inviting so many of them. That pressure got to my head and I slipped up in my performance multiple times, and I've yet to forget about it till this day. It was especially worse when I've mentioned so many times to them before the concert that I'll blow their minds away with my performance, especially after practicing for so long. Their high expectations of me was my downfall. Psychologists had also done several studies dating as far back as the 1920s that announcing your goals makes it less likely for you to achieve it. By announcing your goals, it gives you that satisfaction as if you have already achieved your goal. As a result, your motivation to work on your goals become much lower than if you have just kept quiet about it. This was once again proved in one of the studies where a group of people were asked to write down their personal goals. Half of this group were told to announce their goals to everyone, while half of them were to keep quiet about it. Everyone were then given 45 minutes of work that could lead them to their goals, and they were told that they can stop at any time. The group that was silent about their goals worked for the full 45 minutes and said that they still needed more work in order to achieve their goal. The group that announced their goals quitted after working an average of 33 minutes and said that they felt much closer to their goal. What could we learn from this? Well, if you really want to achieve your goals and dreams, keep it to yourself and don't share about it to anyone in order to save yourself from unwanted negativity, judgment, and pressure. Steer clear away from the social acknowledgement that announcing your goals bring. Focus on your goal and let the results do the talking.